Good evening and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale, and it's Boxing Day. And to lighten the load after a big day of eating everything and drinking everything in sight, we're going to go for, funnily enough, an alcohol-free beer to keep the calories and the ABVs down. Which one is it? It's this one. It is the Big Drop Paradiso Citra IPA. And it weighs in at 0.5% ABV, and it says on the side of the bottle that it contains Chinook, Cascade, Simcoe, Citra and Columbus hops, all of which are amazing. You've got a sliding scale that's set somewhere between Jungle Warfare and Tropical Paradise. This is erring towards the Tropical Paradise. You've got 42 IBUs, which means you've got a little bit of bitterness, not masses, but some 61 calories in the bottle. And it says, this IPA radiates citrus fruit from the moment you pour it to the second you finish that last sip with a satisfied sigh. The bright, sharp twist of bitterness on the end makes you want to dive back in for one more. Store and enjoy chilled. Well, I've done exactly that. We've stored it chilled, so we're going to enjoy it chilled now. And it does say on here, it's won the World Beer Awards of 2019, the Bronze Award. So it's pretty decent, apparently, according to the people who judge the awards. It's got the bronze medal. So what do I think of it? Let's find out, shall we? It's a good looking bottle. You know, I like the newer Big Drop artwork on the bottles. It's much more fresh. Anywho, now I have history with some of the Big Drop pails of being really excitable when you're opening them, so I'm prepared. Or am I? Who knows? Let's find out. Yep. Fuck duck. That one's mega excitable. That's gone everywhere. It's not been shaken or stirred. And yeah, apologies to any duck lovers here. We shan't be doing that to them, I promise. Anyway, the pour is pale. Slight haze. We're going to save a little bit in the bottle for later for the photo. But that's your beer in a glass. It's got like I say, a subtle haze. Could be a fridge haze. We've got a slightly golden straw coloured beer. Let's get the light on it. Yeah, slightly straw coloured, a little bit of golden. No real head to speak of. But then again, I haven't poured it specifically for one. I'm sure I could get some if I wanted with the remainder of the bottle. I'm saving that for the photo. So yeah, a very excitable beer in the bottle. And like I say, that is every single one of the pails from Big Drop have been overly excitable in the bottle. The stouts, never. And I've not had a problem with anything in the can. Only the pails in a bottle. Weird. Anyway, maybe there's an issue with Big Drop and their bottled pails being gassy. Anywho, it looks all right. Let's have a whiff. Light on the aroma, really light. You've got that overly sweet malt that you get in a lot of the pale ales that are alcohol free. None of the hops are jumping out at me, unfortunately. Normally with Citra, you get a nice burst of citrus zestiness with, what else we got? Yeah, the Chinook, it's a bittering thing. Cascade, you know, you get some nice stone fruits. You get a bit of everything really from here, and it's really light. That's a shame, because it's got a nice hop profile based on what's listed on the bottle. Even right up close, I'm getting nothing. I mean, I've got my nose wet from it, and I'm getting very little. That's a shame. Let's have a taste. That's a shame. It tastes like the Aroma. Really, really light. Sweet malt, sugary malt. But really not a lot of that hop coming through at all, and that is a damn shame. The bitterness is about right based on the bottle. That's the one thing I can say is accurate. It's really light on the bitterness. Coming on the back end is really sweet though. Oh, that's a shame. There's nothing that's promised really. Radiates citrus fruit from the moment you pour. Not really. To the second you finish that last sip with a satisfied sigh. The bright, sharp twist of bitterness on the end makes you want to dive back in for one more. There is a hint of bitterness on the back end, not a lot though. That is a shame. That's a real disappointment, because I'm not going to go massively into it. We'll come across it on the finish now. My board of joy has been soaked to some degree with beer. So my aide memoir from Untapped says that there have been 6,251 check-ins with an average score of 3.25. And to me, you know, I had high hopes for it when I read that. The Bronze Beer Award kind of added to that. But we're going to have to score it. So the looks of the beer itself looks all right. You know, it's got a little bit of colour. No head, but then again, I didn't pour all the beer and excite it at the end for a bit of a head. But the beer itself looks all right. Shame, though. I'm going to give it 0.75 for the looks, because the beer itself does look good. Aroma. It promises sharp citrus fruit from the get-go, and I got none of that. You get zip. There's zip on the nose. I mean, just to give you an idea, I've eaten lots of yummy, strong aromas in the food today. You know, I've had some smoked meats, I've had some lovely, delicious chocolate cake that my wife made, and I've got oodles of everything. This is just bland. Like I said, I'm getting a bit of the malt, not getting a lot of the hops at all. That's a real disappointment. I'm going to give it a quarter. Body. We didn't cover the body. It is light. It's well carbonated, as demonstrated on opening of the bottle. It was excitable as hell. But it's light. I do prefer them heavier. I'm going to give it a quarter on that one as well. The taste, that is the key, ladies and gents, boys and girls, and this one really hasn't got it, unfortunately. Like I say, it promised much. Radiating citrus fruit from the get-go. No, didn't get that. I got nothing. I mean, with the profile, like I say, Chinook, Cascade, Simcoe, Citra and Columbus, and just to show you, it is right there on the bottom. I'm not telling you lies. Yeah, it promised much and delivered very little. It's got that sugary sweet malt as well that I find is present in everything pretty much that's alcohol free, and it really doesn't do anything for me. Unfortunately, I think this is probably the first time I'm going to do this. It's going to get a big fat 0 on the taste, because it doesn't deliver anything that it says it should. And the finish, again, you know, it says you get that kind of bitterness on the back end. I didn't really get a lot of it. I got a tiny hint. And again, it's a sweet finish. No bitterness that you expect in an IPA. IPAs are meant to be bitter. And this one has got just a tiny hint of what it promises. So I'm going to give it a quarter. I'm going to be fair. Give it something. Because it did have a little of it. Which is a pretty poor score from me. You've got 1.5 out of 5. And a big fat 0 on the taste, which is a real shame, because the stout that Big Drop do is stunning. Pales have always been a little bit iffy, shall we say, and found wanting compared to their brethren from other breweries. So, there we go. A disappointment. There's no paradise here. It's just trouble in said paradise, because we had a very excitable bottle with lack of flavour. So, there we are. It's a shame, it's Boxing Day and I've had a bad one. But hey, we can't win them all. And, you know, you might love this beer. I don't, but you might. So we are at the point in the video where I'm going to say, that's been the beer. Down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them. You've got like, comment, dislike and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. Let me know in the comment section if you've tried the old Paradiso Citra IPA and if you found it better than me. On that note, I'm going to go and drink the rest of this one, get the video uploaded for your viewing pleasure, and I will catch you later.